Oh. Okay. Come in.
Hi, my name is Mary and I'm gonna be your student nurse. Let me provide us with some privacy. So, let me provide hand hygiene. So, let me show my paper. Nothing on it, nothing on it, nothing on it. Okay. So now we're gonna put some gloves. Do you have any food allergies, medication allergies, or allergic to latex?
No.
No, okay. So, we are going to be doing a head-to-toe assessment on you today. I'm going to start off with getting your name and date of birth.
Okay, Chrissy Lozano, January the 8th of 97.
Okay, perfect. Can I see the response? There's no allergies. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions on your head-to-toe assessment. Can you tell me your name and date of birth again?
Yes, Chrissy Lozano, January the 8th of 97.
Okay, can you tell me your age?
23.
Can you tell me your address?
1005 West B.
Okay, and can you tell me your phone number?
575-964-4528.
Okay, can you tell me what brings you into the hospital today?
Yes, I've been having some knee pain.
Okay, some knee pain. Okay, can you tell me what your health is at this moment?
I would say it's good.
It's good. Okay, and can you tell me from when you say you have knee pain from the time it started until the time right now that you're at the hospital?
Yes, it started a week ago when I fell, and then since then it hasn't stopped.
Okay, is there any other pain that you have besides your knee?
No.
Okay, so I'm asking a couple questions about your knee pain.
I'm listening.
Can you tell me what you can do because of your pain?
I can't walk because of my pain.
Okay, and can you tell me the region of your pain?
Yes, it's about right here.
Okay, and then can you tell me what relief measures you take?
I've been taking Tylenol.
Okay, and can you tell me the severity of your pain from 0 being the least, 10 being the greatest?
I would say it's around a 4 right now.
A 4? Okay, and can you tell me is the pain constant or does it come and go?
It's constant.
It's constant, okay. And can you tell me is there something you can't do because of your pain?
I can't exercise anymore.
You can't, okay. Okay, then now that we did your pain assessment, I'm gonna ask you a couple of other questions. Can you tell me any childhood illnesses you have, measles, mumps, chickenpox, and what age you had them?
I haven't had them.
Okay, and are you up to date on all your immunizations?
Yes.
Have you had your flu vaccine this year?
Yes.
Okay, and now I'm gonna ask you, do you have any food allergies, medication allergies, or environmental allergies?
No.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you about some family history. Do you have any family history of diabetes, arthritis, or cancer?
No.
Okay, can you tell me the age of both of your mom and dad, your parents, and their present health?
Yes, 51 and 52, and both of their health is good for their age.
Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna do a function assessment. Can you tell me what's the last grade you completed?
Some college.
Okay, is there any is your lifestyle, is your financial status and your lifestyle adequate for your living?
Yes.
For your lifestyle living? Okay, and can you tell me any religious or practices or culture practices I should know about?
I know.
No, okay, and can you tell me what are some self-care measures you take?
Yes, I go walking every day to release the stress.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now that we did your function assessment, so I'm gonna ask you, have you had, can you tell me about your typical day?
Yes, I wake up, I make breakfast, I get ready, I get my daughter ready, I study, make dinner, study, lunch, and just study and go to sleep.
Okay, do you take any naps during the day?
Sometimes.
And how do you sleep at night?
I sleep well at night.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we are gonna do do you drink or do drugs?
I drink.
You drink? Okay, and on a normal drinking week, how many days would you drink?
I would drink about 2.
2? Okay, and on that drinking day, how many drinks do you have?
I would have 2 drinks.
2 drinks, and how many ounces would you say?
About 8 ounces each.
8 ounces each. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a cage assessment. Do you ever feel like you need to cut down on your drinking?
No.
Do anybody get annoyed? Does anybody get annoyed because of your drinking?
No.
Do Do you feel guilty because of your drinking?
No.
Okay, do you need an eye opener in the morning for your drinking, to get you going for your day?
No.
Yeah, okay. So now I am going to be able to do a mental status. Your posture is erect, your body movements are adequate for you. You're dressed for the season, and you have your grooming and your hygiene are good. You look well groomed and well hygiene. Okay, and your behavior is you're alert, and your speech isn't slurred or slow. It's clear, and then you're cognitive to person, you're oriented to person. You tell me your name and date, and do you know where you're at right now?
Yes, I'm at the hospital.
Okay, do you know what time?
Yes, it's 2020.
Okay, so the patient's oriented to person. They have their attention span is they're able to have a conversation with me, and then okay. So now I am gonna ask you you're able to converse with me, and the patient doesn't seem suicidal, or can you tell me any remote and past, you were able to tell me past memories because of your family, and remote memories because of how you're feeling at the moment. Okay, and the patient makes sense. Okay, so now I'm gonna be asking you for depression and suicide. Okay, have you ever felt hopeless, down, or depressed?
No.
No. You never have felt hopeless, down, or depressed. Okay, and over the past 2 weeks?
No.
Okay. Over the past 2 weeks, have you ever felt like life being felt little interest in doing things that you felt pleasure in before?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Have you ever felt like life ain't worth living?
No.
Okay. Have you ever felt like life ain't worth living? Oh, well, after I would do the PHQ, and those are the questions I would ask. Do you feel like life ain't worth living?
No.
No. And do you feel like hurting yourself?
No.
Okay, so now, because domestic violence is very common in today's society, we ask all the patients these following questions. Do you feel safe at home?
Yes.
Has your partner ever forced you to have sex?
No.
Okay, and if so, I will be doing a danger assessment. Okay, so now I am gonna be, we already asked about pain, so now we are gonna be having you stand up. We're gonna do the Snellen chart, so we're gonna check her vision. So she's gonna stand 20 feet away from the chart. And you're gonna cover one eye. So we're gonna stand 20 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll just say 20's right here. Okay, so make sure you're standing and you're not leaning or squinting while you're doing this. So you're gonna tell me the smallest line you can see.
PDCFD.
Okay, and now cover the other and tell me the smallest line.
PDCFD.
Okay, now I want you to uncover both eyes. Sounds read up.
PDCFD.
Okay, so the patient wasn't squinting or leaning, so the patient has 20/20 vision. So if the patient will have less than 20/30, we'll refer the patient to an ophthalmologist. So now I'm gonna have you, so we're gonna do 10 feet, and I already counted the 10 feet, which where she's at, but I would add 20 for the Snellen chart. So I'm gonna have you walk back and forth with one leg in front of the other one. So I'm checking her gait to make sure she's not limping or falling to the side or shuffling. So her gait is good. So now I'm gonna have you come back here, and I'm gonna have you stand. You're gonna face back. Okay, I am gonna check her. You're gonna touch your toes. So do you have any pain? And I'm feeling for any crepitus. Okay, now you're gonna stand back up. So now that we did that, we're gonna do passive and active motion. You're gonna lift your leg to the side. And I'm feeling, do you have any pain?
No.
Range of motion, okay. So passive is when you have to assist the patient in doing it. Active is when they do it themselves. So she is able to do those and touch her toes. So, okay, so now you're gonna take a seat. So now I am gonna be checking the patient's hair distributions. So the texture, she has her hair is thick in texture, and she is evenly distributed around her head. So now I am gonna feel her head, and her head is normal cephalic, and it goes with her body type. It's round. So now I'm gonna feel for any protrusions or lumps or abnormalities, and she doesn't have any. So now that I felt her head, now I am gonna go to her eyes, and then I am gonna check her eyebrows are symmetrical and evenly aligned, and then her eyes as well, they're symmetrical and evenly aligned. Can you open and close your eyes for me, please? Okay, so by her opening, she can open and close her eyes completely, and then her eyelashes are evenly distributed, and there's no redness or swelling or any lumps or lesions. So now that I saw her eyes are not exothalamus or endothalamus. Exo is out, protruding out, endo is protruding in, and then her eyelashes we already checked, her eyes open and closed, and now we're going to check her sclera and her conjunctiva. Her sclera is white and glossy, and her conjunctiva, there's no lesions and it's red. Okay, so now that I checked that, we are going to be checking her her nose and her sensory. So I'm going to have you close your eyes, and you're going to tell me when you feel it.
No, 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 no.
Okay, so we're going to check her sensory. Now we're going to check her nose, her smell. So I'm going to close one nostril. So that one was mint, and now you're going to tell me the other side.
Orange.
Okay, so she got both of them right, but they're both mint and orange. So now that we already checked her nose, we're going to be checking her mouth. Can you smile for me, please? So I'm checking her nasolabial folds. They're both symmetrical, and even her mouth folds are both symmetrical to her mouth on both sides. And I did see her teeth while she was doing that. There was no missing teeth, or there was no loose teeth. So now her lips are moist. Can you open your mouth for me, please? And I'm also checking the teeth and her tongue. Her tongue is pink. Her tongue is pink. And now that we already did that, we are going to check her neck. Her neck is erect, and it goes with her body type. And now we're going to do a range of motions on her neck. Can you put your chin to your chest? Okay, now put it up and back. Okay, now touch your right ear with your shoulder, and then your left. Okay, did you feel, and then look to both sides. Okay, did you feel any pain?
No.
No? Okay, so now that we checked the neck, can you look to the left? So I'm checking her jugular vein, and then and I'm also feeling her carotid artery. So the 0 means absent, 1 means weak, 2 means normal, and 3 means bounding. So now I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. And her jugular vein. Okay, perfect. So she has 2 on both sides, 2+. Okay, so now I'm gonna be checking her ears. So I'm checking for any lumps, lesions, or swelling. And she doesn't have any. So now I'll pull your pinna up and tell me if you feel any pain.
No.
And now do her tragus.
No.
Okay. And now I'm going to feel her mastoid process. Okay?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to do that to this other ear. Same thing.
No.
Okay? Tragus.
No.
Mastoid.
No.
And there's no lumps or lesions or protrusions. So now I'm going to check the inside. I'm going to check if there's any lesions, swelling, or I'm going to check her auditory meatus. And then, and her ears are also both equally bilateral. So I'm checking her auditory meatus. I'm checking her hole I'm checking for the size, and if there's any cerumen present, I'm checking to see. I would note the size, the color, and the texture. And there's none. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other ear. Okay, and she is Good. So right now that I'm back here, I'm gonna do the finger rub test. Can you close your eyes for me, please?
Yes.
Okay, let me raise your hand when you hear it. Okay. So now that she passed the finger rub test, so now I am gonna and the patient was able to have a conversation with me. So the patient was able to converse. So the patients can listen and conversate and alert. Okay. So now I am gonna check all her pulses. So we already checked her carotid pulse, and then that was 2+, and I already said what they are. So now we are gonna feel the rest of her brachial pulse. 2+, 2+, her radial, 2+, 2+ her ulnar, radial, ulnar, and I already did her brachial. Now I'm gonna do her popliteal, 2+, and her femoral, we'll do that one as well. Okay, so now we're gonna do her dorsalis pedis, 2+, and then her posterior tibialis, 2+. And then around down here, I'm gonna check for edema. Okay, she has how many? So 1 will be mild, 2 would be moderate, 3 would be deep, and 4 would be very deep. Let me check up here. Okay. Okay, she doesn't have any. So now I'm gonna be feeling for any tenderness before we go. We're gonna do. I'm gonna feel for any crepitus. Can you go against my force? Okay. Do you have any pain?
No.
There's no crepitus there. Okay. So now I'm gonna feel her for any tenderness. And then before we do that, we're gonna do another range of motions right here. So you're gonna go like this and like this. Wait, sorry. Go. Do it one more time.
No.
Okay. Okay, so any pain, and there's no crepitus. So now we're gonna do your mouth. So when we're gonna do her cheeks. Can you puff out your cheeks? Okay, the air came out both equally. And now I'm gonna feel your jaw. Can you go in, out, side to side? Any pain? And there's no crepitus. Okay, so now we are gonna do her arms. Okay, there's no crepitus or any pain. Okay, now can you go against my force? Okay, now can you pull my fingers? No, can you pull? Okay, so I'm checking for upper strength, upper body strength. Okay, so now we're gonna do for her knees. We're gonna feel for any crepitus. Okay, so go. Okay, there's no crepitus and there's no pain. Okay, so now I am gonna feel her. You're gonna go against my force. Now go. Okay. Now we're gonna do her feet. Any pain? No crepitus. Okay. And now you're gonna go against my force. Okay. So now that we did that, can you feel your wrists? No. Okay. No pain? No. Okay, now you're gonna do your fingers. No pain?
No.
Okay. Okay. So now that we did this, we're gonna go to hearing for any bruise. But before we do the bruise, we're gonna finish your face. Can you cough for me?
Yes.
Can you swallow? And can you gag? Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna listen to any bruise. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna breathe in and out and then hold your breath, okay? Okay, now you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. In and out, hold your breath. Okay, I didn't hear any breathing. Okay, so now that we did that, oh, I'm gonna check for pearla on your eyes. So I'm checking if your eyes are equally round and symmetrical, and if they react to the light and they constrict, and if they react of your pupil size. So now that we are in, if they're in, and if her eyes are accommodating when I put the light. Okay, so we are gonna check your pupil size first. So it is at a 4. Okay, so I am gonna show you. Okay, and it constricted and went down to a 3. And I'm gonna put direct light, and both eyes constricted. Okay, so the pearl. Okay, I did. We are gonna do the fast. We're gonna do the fast scale, and her eyes did accommodate when I put when I put direct light. Both of her eyes accommodated, and it was conceptual light. Okay, so now I am gonna do the fast scale. So her face, there's no drooping in her eyes, and then her can you put your arms out? Okay, and they're not, one's not going lower. They're not drooping her arms. She doesn't have weakness. And then and this is all for the stroke, to see if there's a stroke. So FAS, can you say it is beautiful outside?
It is beautiful outside.
And her speech, she's able to speak. And then T would be the time. Oh, if she had any indications of a stroke, this is the time I would call 911. So now we're gonna do the glaucoma scale. So we're gonna start off with her eyes. She's able to close and open her eyes, and then so we are gonna give her a 4. And then for her body movements are adequate. She's able to move her arms. She was able to put them. Can you put your arms up and down? So she would get that a 6. And then her speech, she was able to say it's beautiful outside. So for her speech would be a 5. Okay, so it makes a total of 15. So she passed. Okay, so now that we finished that, the glaucoma scale. Okay, anything there? So now I am gonna be doing, I already heard for any bruise. So now I am gonna be listening to her lungs. So you're gonna breathe in and out. I'll do the same thing in the back. Okay. So now I am going to be listening for her I will be doing that. I did it for a minute, but usually you do three sessions, 3 minutes. So now I am gonna check for her